Downtown Milwaukee is... And they'll have some minutes to make up for it with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. And for the Bucks, Giannis is... Oh, what a play!
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Covington with the bucket. Terrific talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And here's Holiday. Pushing it up. Here's Lillard. He goes up again. Rebound, Milwaukee. Holiday left side. Middleton the pass to Holiday. Stolen by McCollum. And so just over a minute and a half played. Passes it to Powell. Here's Lillard, defended by DiVincenzo. Clock is at 3. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. The shot missing. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how...
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Lillard finds Nurkic. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. Yep, that one goes in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court, but...
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Lillard with the bucket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Lillard looking around. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And boy, are they attacking the paint.
They sure are, looking to get their buckets up close and personal.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. Lillard outside. Inside. Here's Kanter. Count it, good.
And really inside the paint is where Kanter thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
Here is Forbes, covered by Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's McCollum. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And he converts the layup.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He got... We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trouble.
Being able to go through adversity and come up.
And Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here are the five Portland has to start the second quarter. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the point guard. Fires at the elbow. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And it's McCollum off the drive. It's McCollum on the wing. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Powell. McCollum right side. Stolen by Tucker. Now the Bucks moving it up. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
It's McCollum with the drive. It's McCollum on the wing. Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Giannis passes to Connaughton. Right side out of the Kumbo. Shoots. And another basket for Milwaukee.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Stolen. And it's the Bucks on the break. Here's Connaughton. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now just a 4-point Trailblazer lead. Portland's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Cantor, high post. Pass to Simons. Feeds it to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Anthony against Giannis. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to is really paramount.
The Bucks trail. So for the Trailblazers, Little, he's checked in for McCollum, and Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. The kick out to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. And he hits it to tie the game up.
You want to be an NBA point? Take notes on Holiday running that pick and roll. Sometimes taking it yourself is the best option.
Lillard, high shot from 10 feet out. Lillard's got 12 in the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
High post Lopez. Launches a 3. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Anthony with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Here's Forbes. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Here we go, one-on-one. Lillard with no one around. Off target from three-point range. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 14 points, 2 assists. And that's a...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the center position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Lillard attacking, good on the bucket. He's got 16.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
And there it is for him.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Pass to Jones. Lopez with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. DiVincenzo passes to Giannis. Second chance shot. And it's blocked. Dishes to Lopez. And another shot. And DiVincenzo with the lay-in. And that makes it a tie ball game.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed. Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Holiday against Lillard. Lobbed up there for Lopez. It's stolen by Jones. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Nurkic kicks to Jones. It's Anthony with the drive. The pass to Nurkic. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And it's a 4-point Portland lead.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And Antetokounmpo inside. Anthony on him.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 4-point game. And Giannis throws it down.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's a ferocious player, great competitive spirit, tremendous work ethic, and highly skilled. He wants to dominate.
Anthony, the pass to Little. Anthony kicks to Lillard. And the layup is good. Lillard's got 22 points.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's Giannis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Frankie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
McCollum with the ball, picked up by Portis, and the shot goes down. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Giannis passes to Portis. Back to Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup. He's got 25.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
And McCollum launches it from deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Portis. Pass to Connaughton. Here's Holiday. Lays it up and banks it in. Holiday's got 8 points.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Here's Simons. Here's Nurkic. It's rebounded by Portis. With 1 on the clock, off target. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Enes Kanter. Norman Powell is out there with Giles. And there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the guard position.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
Here's Simons, pass to Giles. It's Powell on the wing. Portland moving the ball around. And it's McCollum off the drive. 2 points, that one goes. McCollum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I mean, call him a combo guard to whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, the young fella is going to the hoop. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
A nice shot by Simons.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
DiVincenzo kicks to Giannis. Back to DiVincenzo. Swiped away. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And Portland again with the bucket. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
And, guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their blocked shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton, and it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. And a switch here also for Portland. Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Can they get it? It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Forbes.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Lillard with it. Clock at 6. Fires the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Pass to Holiday. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. Holiday gets the bucket.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Lillard outside. Giles the pass to Lillard. Powell kicks to McCollum. Back to Powell. Takes a 3. It doesn't go for him. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
Here's Giles. Back to Lillard. 1:30 left in the 4th. And there's the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. From deep three-point range. But they get it back. Kanter kicks to Lillard. Here's the three. Offensive rebound.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
And it's Lillard missing. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. The rebound by Giles.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Lillard fires away from way outside. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got the lead up to 12 now for Portland. Here's Forbes. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Antetokounmpo, that's a two-pointer, and it's good, 2 points.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on.
In at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, they've got Batum. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubats in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here's Lillard. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of...
Look out! Here he comes!
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
George against McCollum. And George with this stuff.
No, that's just an emphatic throw down there.
That one reverberated throughout the building. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
George passes to Jackson. Now here's Zubats. And stolen by Lillard. Down low. And Lillard throws it down.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
George looking over the floor. Here's Zubats. In the corner, George with it. Goes back up, and he hits the jump shot.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
Lillard outside. Fires for three. It's hauled in by George. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Zubac, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Little, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Left side, George. No good that time, and it's Portland the other way.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And that one is good.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Lillard's got 7 points. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Zubac kicks to George. No good on that one.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And then Lillard slams it in.
And for a point guard, Lillard has some hops. Outstanding at knowing when to use them for the dunk.
To the paint, Covington with the steal. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. Powell with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
50 seconds left to play in the first. Simons the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
Rondo on top. To the middle. Here's Patterson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Simons surveying the D. Passes it to Powell. There's the triple. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And it's good for 2. Cantor's got 6 points.
And usually amongst the leaders in the offensive rebound rate, Cantor gives your team found points off misses.
Rondo finds Patterson. On the wing, Morris. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He finishes with... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Rajon Rondo, Kennard is out there with Morris. And it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Anthony. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And here's Rondo. And Jones sends it back. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. The 3 from McCollum. Oturu with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Can't get it to fall.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
The 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
It's Anthony with the drive. Morris with the rebound. Clippers trail by 7. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, DA. Thanks. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in for Los Angeles. They've gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. In the corner, it's Morris. Left side, Rondo. Here's Mann. He's guarded by McCollum. The layup off target. Portland leading by 7. Here's Simons. That one good for 2. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Oh, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know,
Kawhi's
got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Here's Simons. Second shot opportunity. Cantor hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Cantor's got the lead up to 9 now for the Trailblazers. Kennard against Jones. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. Little, he's checked in for Derek Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Lillard. And a wide open look for McCollum. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Clippers trail by 9. Leonard. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the basket by Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
They grab their own miss. Outside for George. Basket good.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Portland leading by 9. And the pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Back to Nurkic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Trailblazers shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubats. Outside, Batum. Zubats finds Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Uncovered. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Batum's got his first bucket in this one. Leonard against Lillard. From deep. McCollum left side. Offline with his three. Leonard on the wing. And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Rick. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 11 points and 1 steal. And that
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. Here's George. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. George has got the opening bucket to start the second half for Los Angeles. Lillard against Leonard. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Leonard attacking. Off with the layup. Trailblazers leading by 10.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Kicks it out to Leonard. They shoot again, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
The dribble drive, yet another tool in Leonard's extensive arsenal, earns him a trip to the line.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor junkie. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And George, here we go. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid wings in the league.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rondo's checked in. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Lillard. And the first one drops.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Rondo. Kicks it to McCollum. 3-pointer. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Cantor's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Outside, George buries the long-range jumper. George has got 15 points.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Pass to Cannon. Anthony in the corner. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's George. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
McCollum against George. There's the 3. And McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got his second bucket.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Rondo kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
And so they foul intentionally for the Trailblazers. Little, he's checked in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anfernee Simons. And 1:01 left here in the third quarter. Lillard attacks. Oh!
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Kennard for 3. Lillard with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
In the corner, it's Little. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Okuru. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. For Los Angeles, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. That free throw, no good. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. Lillard with it. 13 points in the game. Launches it. They get it again. And Covington stays with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And so it's Port. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Batum is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Jackson, and it's Mann in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Jackson passes to Batum. Nurkic with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. With the putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Jackson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll tell you, Jackson's first step is dynamite. A big asset off the dribble.
Lillard from outside gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Mann. Nurkic with the block. Lillard looking around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers trail by 19. And he uses the glass on the layup. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Lillard against Leonard. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Paul George is checked in for Los Angeles. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Cantor's checked in. Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Leonard. And Cantor pulls it down. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. And it's McCollum in the corner. From deep three-point range, and the three ball is good. McCollum's got 9 points here in the second half.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
It's Jackson with the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Enes Kanter.
Aggressive on the drive. That's going to result in some free throws for Jackson.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Leonard against Lillard. Five to shoot. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
It always helps when your big man dishes it like that. Cantor, excellent with that read.
And here's George for 3. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? A minute 20 left here in the fourth quarter. And that one's good. Lillard.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Trailblazers.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Lillard.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Outside, George. The tray sinks the three-pointer.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
And you know he was going to try to respond. Those threes canceling each other out perfectly.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3 from George. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. Portland with the ball. 17-point game. From deep three-point range, again the miss by Lillard.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got... Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
They say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Nets, Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center position. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Harden. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
What a pretty look. DeAndre Jordan, to have that kind of touch on your passing, such a quality piece for a big man.
Now here's Lillard. The 3. It's hauled in by Harris.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
On defense, the Trailblazers. Harden, that's good. Indoors tonight, two experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Harden finds Jordan. Outside, Green. Lillard against Harden. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Lillard. Kicks it out to Covington. Portland moving the ball around. A 3 from McCollum. Drills it from outside.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Harden against Lillard. James Harden again. Harden's got 8.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Lillard. The feed to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside.
Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That is his first foul of the game. Well, Marcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Cantor, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Here is Harden. Portland making their last shot. On the wing, Irving. Now, here is Harden. Tight defense on him. Just 4 to shoot. Really left alone that time.
Catch and shoot. Is that Joe Harris's specialty? I think it is.
Pass to Powell. This one for 3. A rebound by the Nets. Nobody near Irving. They get it back.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
And the basket by McCollum.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Nets leading by 3. Outside Irving. To the inside. Claxton with the bucket.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Now here's McCollum. He has 6. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Offensive rebound. Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game. And it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
James Harden getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
We've got Brown. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Griffin in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Maybe the best ever at earning free throws. I mean, Harden has mastered the art of contact and still being able to get off the shot.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Green in for Kyrie Irving. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simons.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Lillard, and the layup falls. Lillard's got his second basket.
No excuse giving Lillard that kind of positioning. That's just too easy.
Harden scanning the floor. Passes to Claxton. Makes it off the glass. Claxton's got 6 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Nobody near Lillard. It's good from long range.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
The Nets with the lead. Harden the pass to Brown. Pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Jones. And here's Harden. 12 points for him. There's the pass to Claxton. Covington with the steal. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard from deep. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Lillard against Harden. Nice D from Lillard.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Giles checked in for the Trailblazers. Little comes in for C.J. McCollum. Pass to Little. Here's Giles. Over Claxton. Tries again. And it's Giles missing. Brooklyn trailing. Green inside. Working on Jones. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018? But he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Lillard scanning the floor. Giles in the corner. Kicks it out to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Giles. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And Green gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 3.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Lillard attacking. Here's Giles. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Passes it to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead.
Oh, tenacious attack by Irving. The handle, the speed. Look out.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Brown outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Inside, here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And Portland again with the bucket.
Nurkic doesn't take a lot of bad shots, so when he decides to pull up off the dribble, you know he's feeling it.
Here's Claxton and the powerful one-handed slam.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And that'll do it for the first. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 12 points and 2 assists. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game that's been so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then it's Robert Covington. And it's Simons in at the shooting guard position.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Lillard at 10. The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Irving looking for an opening. Harden kicks to Irving. And that'll be 2 free. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's McCollum, and Jordan sends it back.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
Irving for three. Portland grabs the miss.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
McCollum passes to Simons. To the paint, Cantor. Misses from close range. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Little, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Here's Harden to the middle. Here's Jordan, and slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, this is often how DeAndre Jordan gets his points in a set offense, off the roll.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Little kicks to McCollum. He feeds it to Cantor. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Jordan. Here's Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got his fourth assist in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And McCollum puts up a deep three. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Little kicks to McCollum. But they'll get another chance. It's McCollum on the wing. And stolen by Irving. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
There's no doubt Kyrie Irving has proven to be more active as a defender now. He has a good feel for when to go after steals.
Here's McCollum. That one goes in. McCollum's got 11 points.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Here's Harden. Got a hand on it.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
The Trailblazers have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. That's good from Anthony. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Derek Jones comes in for Robert Covington. And Norman Powell subbed in for Little. Stolen by McCollum. Pass to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Love the assertiveness of Norman Powell. Boy, turn the lights out.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. Irving passes to Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 10 points for him.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
It's his first trip to the line.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Irving. Portland also making some changes. Giles comes in for Anthony, and Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Harris passes to Griffin. Johnson outside. Harris inside the line. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Aldridge out there with Griffin. Then it's Johnson, and it's Perry in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Lillard from deep three-point land. No good with the triple. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Johnson. Stolen away.
Really poor pass there, guys, and the D did a great job capitalizing off the mistake.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
See, the athleticism of Norman Powell is a problem. This guy understands how to get defenders committed to him.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Johnson surveying the floor. To the right side. For 3. Luwalu's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 19 points.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
Johnson against Lillard. Here's Claxton. And Jones pulls it down. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Lillard fires away from way outside. No good on the 3. Irving attacking. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nets lead by 8.
But just a spectacular display of ball handling from Kyrie, opening up the look there. Many believe he might have the best handle in the game.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Harden kicks to Irving. Back to Harden. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. Free throw dropped for Harden. Trailblazers trail by 9. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Lillard again missing.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Lillard against Irving. Let's go. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Lillard outside. Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Nice open look, but it's no good. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge. Brooklyn making some changes. DeAndre Jordan comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Nicholas Claxton. Here's Powell. It's stolen by Green. Irving for three. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Boy, Kyrie Irving shoots it with such extraordinary confidence regardless of where he is on the court. This guy is one of the most dynamic scorers in the league.
And here's McCollum for three. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Hayden with it. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Pulls up on the wing. That one no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. A three from McCollum. Rebounded by the Nets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. "19 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Irving against McCollum. Shot clock at 5. Irving kicks to Jordan. And the wide open shot from Green. That 3 off the mark. A 3 from McCollum on the money. And now just a 2. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The bustling city of Portland. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. And for the Trailblazers. Oh, what a finish!
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Holiday against Nurkic. Lopez passes to Holiday. Back to Lopez. Banked in off the glass. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. So I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Here's Giannis. Another shot. Kicks it down to Middleton. Shoots over Powell. Middleton can't get it to go.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass.
Here's Holiday. Passes it to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. Powell with the steal. Here's McCollum. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Never seems to shy away from playing in attack mode. McCollum likes to keep the pressure on the D.
And Giannis throws it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Here's Lillard. Pass to Giles. Kicks it out to Lillard. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Bucks. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. DiVincenzo with it. Now defended by McCollum. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Holiday against Lillard. And he banks in the layup.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Holiday goes in, and Holiday throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Lillard, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Lillard's got 6.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Outside Holiday. Kick out to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
The shot by Lillard wide open. And it's Lillard again missing. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Holiday gets the bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Three-pointer, Lillard. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Outside Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 6.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Lillard against Holiday. Kicks it out to McCollum. 6 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
With excellent footwork, Nurkic remains effective in those pick and roll situations.
Here's Holiday. Buries it down low.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Lillard looking around. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him.
You know, one of the things that makes Holiday such a terrific
Drew Holiday has been on display for the Milwaukee Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Bucks.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, one other thing that's clear is how well they're burying their jump shots here in the early going.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Portland, Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Here is Forbes. He's guarded by McCollum. Pass to Tucker. That's tipped. Lays it up off the glass. Tucker's got the lead back up to 4 now for Milwaukee.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Yep, it counts.
I mean, call him a combo guard, 2, whatever. McCollum is a scorer first and foremost, and when he puts it on the deck, young fella is going to the hoop.
And now Covington running the floor all by himself. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Covington, I love when he's in attack mode like this because it forces the defense's hand, literally.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Forbes can't get it to go.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
Oh, wow. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
Portis, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Portis has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Covington. 5 on the clock. Now the pass to Simons. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Simons has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here is Forbes. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Portis, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell comes in for Derek Jones. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Holiday's checked in. And Lillard gets it to go.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
56 seconds left in the first half. Here's Holiday. Passes to Portis. Shoots over Lillard. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Portis.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Lillard attacking. Here's Giles. He kicks it to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. And Lillard gets it to go. Lillard's got 11 points.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that can be a mistake, but they weren't shooting it especially well early on, so I think it makes sense to shy away from the triple.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Connaughton. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Some good moments from both teams. And that does it for our...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 slot.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
McCollum against DiVincenzo. McCollum no good. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 1-point game. The rebound by Giles.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Lillard against Holiday. Lillard the pass to Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Beyond the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. McCollum's got 9.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Holiday against Lillard, and stolen by Lillard. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And it's the Bucks on the break. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Stolen by McCollum. And here we go with Giles running it up the court. Powell, no one around him. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Great D that time from Nurkic. Powell for 3. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going.
And that sixth sense, guys, might be better than just about anybody else's. How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
So for the Trailblazers, Anthony's checked in for Giles. Derek Jones comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so it's Milwaukee with it.
Right here.
Antetokounmpo against Nurkic.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Simons. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Feeds it to Nurkic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on it.
You know, Forbes is slight of frame, guys, but deceptively strong. He can finish through contact if he has to.
Simons surveying the D. Portis against Cantor. Pass to Simons. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Cantor's shot is off. Bucks trail by 7. DiVincenzo finds Tucker. And it's Portland with the rebound. And here are the Blazers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Rob. And here comes the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Little. He dishes it to Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Here's Simons. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Simons has got the lead up to 9 now for Portland.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
And Portland turns it over again.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
5 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Holiday. It's off. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in control with the 9-point. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Trailblazers leading by 9. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Anthony. And it's Powell in a 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Giles leading the charge.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more. Boy, he really bungled that finish.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Cantor, and McCollum subbed in for Norman Powell. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And the dunk by Giannis.
And the ball handling of Antetokounmpo, my goodness, really unreal. For a guy his size, his dribbling is ridiculous.
Stolen by Middleton. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
Now here's Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Nurkic. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Giannis throws it down.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And they're on the break. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And they get it back. Yes, that goes in. Bucks trail by 5. Giannis outside. And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, I tell you, the future of the Greek Freak is extremely bright. I mean, he really has shown the ability to deliver in important spots of games.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Norman Powell's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum against DiVincenzo. Hits. Got that one from Nurkic.
How about the fearlessness of McCollum? Doesn't shy away from taking or making the big shots.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
Lillard from outside. Giannis grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Ennis Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to McCollum. Rocket 6. A putback, money!
And his teammates love it. Kanter taking charge on a huge possession. You can just see him brimming with confidence, not afraid of the big moment.
And Giannis throws it down.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Cullen passes to Pop. Now Lillard. Free throw good, Giants.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
Just 5 to shoot. And Lillard kicks to Kanter. And here's McCollum for 3. And that's collected by Drew Holiday. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 16-7 run. Middleton on the wing to take the lead. Buries the triple.
Patience is a virtue, and Chris Middleton, virtuous.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They trail by 1. 1 second left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got 1 shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
Got it up in time. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Batum. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Nurkic in at the center. Leonard, no luck. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Covington finds Lillard. Off target with his 3. And here are the Clippers. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
It's Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Passes it to Leonard. George with the ball. Shoots over Powell. And again, no good by the Clippers. Jackson against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
The D has got to do a better job clogging up routes to the rim. Lillard is a terror when it comes to driving inside.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Nurkic kicks to Powell. Lillard from outside. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Well, Lillard is always going to be aggressive on offense as he looks to catch the defense off guard.
George looking over the floor. Powell with the steal. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Nurkic up top. Back to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Tough to guard in these screen and rolls. I mean, I love how Nurkic positions himself and gets creative in these situations.
George up top. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Oh, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy.
Lillard the pass to Nurkic. Outside Covington. Here's Lillard. That one misses. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Batum attacking. Pass to Zubac from downtown. Portland grabs the miss. Now Lillard. He's got 5. McCollum kicks to Nurkic. The 19-foot shot. That's good on the jump shot. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Now, here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
No, but his teammates love that kind of energy, fellas. I mean, dunks like this demonstrate leadership.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The pass to Nurkic. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Shot clock at 5. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. He gets it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Portland out in front. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony is out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Kanter. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Oturu with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. And here's Kennard. Coffee passes to Oturu. Outside Rondo. Shoots from 14. No good with the tip. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting here about 46% for the game. In the corner, it's Little. It's 3-pointers off the mark. And Los Angeles guys shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Kennard on the wing. He can't get that one to fall. And it's Portland the other way. Pass to Simons. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Out to Anthony. Pass to McCollum. Cantor trying to free himself up. Great positioning on the putback. Cantor's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this.
And look back a season ago, they did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can see the D just a little slow getting to the bucket. I mean, he'll make you pay for that.
Rondo scanning the floor. That shot misses. Trailblazers leading by 8.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out on his team.
And those are exactly the kinds of plays that can spark a team. Just solid work down in the paint.
And he gets the bucket. Rondo's got his first points of the game.
Well, for a point guard, despite shaky range, Rondo has a pretty good field goal percentage for his career. A lot of that is shot selection.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that 2-guard position. Only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point, though.
Clippers trail by 8. Patterson down low. Lays it up and banks it in.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
A 3 from McCollum. Gets that one to drop. First one of the game after 4 straight misses.
Continues to try his luck from way outside. McCollum knows he has the range to knock things down.
Rondo passes to Man. They get the rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's McCollum. Dishes it to Cantor. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Down low. And the basket by Oturu. And now it's only a 5-point Portland lead.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Simons surveying the D. Cantor.
Got to appreciate how aggressive Cantor.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call,
You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents, and I think his teammates like that.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. George, no good. Portland leading by 7. Here's Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Strong finish by Cantor. The contact doesn't seem to affect his mechanics at all.
Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see. The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, how did you... And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3. Clippers trail by 7. 9 feet out. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Ball's knocked loose. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles guys shooting 43% from the floor. From deep, George. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Now, here's George.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
90 seconds now into the second half. Lillard attacking.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from George. Now here's Lillard. He's got 9. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. To the inside. Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lillard's got 11 points.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. And it's a 9-point Portland lead.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Morris looking over the floor. From deep 3-point range. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And the dunk by Covington.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
Here's Mann. The Blazers getting the bucket. Makes it off the glass. Mann's got his first basket.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter. Lillard with it. He's got 13. The dish to Nurkic. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. No problems knocking that one down. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
Superb form. Lillard has the mid-range shot on lockdown.
And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. But this team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
And busting it up the floor, Lillard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Now here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Portland leading by 7. Here's Lillard. Feeds it to Nurkic. And stolen by Patterson. Here's Leonard. And he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for Kawhi Leonard.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Powell against Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
This game has come to life. They're out there battling now. We didn't see this in the first half.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 5. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. We've got Anthony, also Ennis Cantor out there, Little out there with Derek Jones, and it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now here's McCollum, and that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles on D, trailing by 5.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense...
Oh, that was something else. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his third foul of the game. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Jackson. George against McCollum.
Hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one. But he's got the limp to be the first one, too.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 7-point Portland lead.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Lillard from outside. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
And here's George for 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Up again, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got 4 points in the quarter.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
George with no one around. A 3-pointer off the mark. Portland leading by 7. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Lillard, and he makes good on the layup. Lillard's got 22 points.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
Here's Leonard. Here's Zubac. The pass to Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Batum's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Leonard against Lillard. There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. The feed to Cantor. Anthony on the wing. Clock at 4. Cantor. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. And now we've got the intentional foul. .132 left in the fourth quarter. George, no good. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard, the pass to Anthony, takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Outside, George. From past the arc. Portland grabs the miss. They've led by as many as 11 points. Lillard against Jackson. Lillard outside.
And you know what? He had to clear some space for himself to get that rebound. Not an easy one there among the big boys.
And the shot goes in.
And really, Batum just finds a way to knock down these clutch shots. His poise is simply incredible.
Over to the left wing. Back to Lillard. Five to shoot. From deep. Portland with a new 14. Takes the 3. That shot, no good.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
So the Trailblazers win it. It was up for grabs right until the final.
Both teams now suffering with injuries, but in the end, it balances out.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green in at the four-man position. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. Here's Nurkic. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. No good from Irving.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. And both these teams rely on low post offense doors in a size-on-size matchup. What can make the difference?
Well, smart passing is one of the keys, Kevin. You have to be able to enter the ball into the low post in a way that puts that big in a position to score it. The ball's got to be moving. Can you get it side to side and get the ball inside at the appropriate time?
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Lillard attacking. Pass to Powell. The dish to Nurkic. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Jordan.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
And Green gets it to go.
And you really can't forget about Green's speed. So effective on the drive.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Chalk up 2 there.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Irving dishes to Harden. Out to Harris. Shoots over Powell. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harden the pass to Irving. And the 3 off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The putback. And it's Lillard on the follow.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Now, here is Harden. Irving attacking, and the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got his second basket of the game.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Harden the pass to Harris. To the middle. Here's Green. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Lillard attacking. He feeds it to Covington. Good D by Harden. Brooklyn leading by 4. The pass to Jordan. Irving with a clean look. And it's off from three-point range. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Powell, no one around him. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Stolen by McCollum. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. Harden grabs the miss.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard surveying the D. Feeds to Nurkic. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And with his skill, Nurkic can score from anywhere on the court. But when you're 280, his skills probably better utilized inside. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Harris outside. Jordan high post. Back to Harris. Kicks to Harden. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Lillard outside. Pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Can't hit from in close.
How about the fast hands and lateral quickness of Norman Powell to get with his man and contest shots.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 5. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Before the game, we talked with...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
At the 2 and the 3, McCollum and Little. Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. McCollum, no good.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Irving. Jordan's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
McCollum, and it's blocked by Brown, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for the Nets. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Johnson, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. It's stolen. Here's Simons. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Johnson finds Brown. Outside Griffin. Passes it to Claxton. Here's Johnson. Here's Claxton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
I'll tell you, execute, move the basketball. Tyler Johnson really growing as a playmaker.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Nets passing it around, taken away by Anthony. And here we go, Trailblazers with a fast break from the wing. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Aldridge. Lays it up off the glass.
A favorite spot of Aldridge's. He likes to operate as close to the rim as possible.
A 3 from McCollum. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Pass to Claxton. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And now a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
McCollum against Brown for the 3. Tips it, and Cantor able to finish.
Elite offensive rebounder from the moment he stepped between the lines. Enes Kanter, that is a strength of his game.
Johnson dishes to Aldridge. Six to shoot. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Simon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jeff Green is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Brown. And James Harden subbed in for Johnson.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And Harden with the stuff.
And a staple of Harden's attack. Sometimes it seems he's better finishing through contact on the drive.
Here's Simons, guarded by Harden. And the rejection by Harden.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Here's Simons. Anthony, the pass to Kanter. It's stolen by Green. Picked his pocket. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
How about that? He made no mistake on that one.
Now, here is Irving. 8 points for him. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
On the wing, Jones. There's the pass to Kanter. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Well, the touch that Enes Kanter presents is really terrific. Unbelievable scoring inside.
Irving looking over the floor. Misses the step-back jump shot.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6 in the opening period. And that's...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Harden. He's out there with Irving. Jordan is out there with Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the power forwards position.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Greg, if you're a small mark, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and Involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
So both teams making some changes here. Luwawu, the pass to Claxton. Banked in off the glass. Claxton's got 6 points.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Lillard against Harden. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Lillard.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Pass to Jordan. Nurkic with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. It's good. This game is all even. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Luwawu-Cabarrot kicks to Harden. Passes it to Claxton. Shoots over Covington. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to Covington. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Covington's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Harden with it. He's got 8. Shot to stop the run. Here's Claxton. Kicks it out to Harden. A second chance effort. That one's not going to go. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. For Portland, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
Both good from the line that time.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Simon's in for Damian Lillard. Nets trail by 5. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Here's Perry. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one's on Anthony. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. McCollum outside. Tries again. He kicks to Carmelo. Pass to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. The feed now to Kanter. Nice D from Aldridge. The Nets have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Outside Irving. Outside Griffin. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Encouraging to see Kanter trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from LaMarcus Aldridge.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And here is Powell. Now the pass to Simons. McCollum outside. The Trailblazers rebound. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range. McCollum's got 8.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost...
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back right after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. On the floor for Portland, we've got Anthony. Damian Lillard out there with Little. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Cantor in at the center position. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard up top. He's covered by Irving. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Brown outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Irving can't hit. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a meager 37% for the game. Little. Second chance shot. And the layup is good. Little's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backcourt.
Irving dishes to Griffin. And he banks in the layup. Griffin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Lillard outside. Anthony in the corner. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And on the way from Irving for 3. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Little.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from James Harden.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Harden against Lillard. Kicks it to Nurkic. Fires from 18. Now, here's Lillard. He's tightly guarded. Good.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Harden against Lillard. Harden the pass to Green. It's Harden with the drive. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 4th assist in this one. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. 6-point game. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Claxton. Dishes it to Aldridge. Over McCollum, and it's Aldridge missing. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Now Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. That shot off the mark. Some solid defense from Brown. Green finds Harden. it. And now they trail by just 4.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
Powell, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Harris comes in for Green, and Irving subbed in for Bruce Brown. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
McCollum against Irving from deep three-point range. It falls! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
Here's Irving to tie it up. Misses the tray. Now here's Powell. Can't get it to fall. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.